Right, so hello and welcome to season 4 of the Mundane to Magical online summit series. My name is Louise Matson, and as always, I am truly blessed to be your host. We've had a few technical hiccups this evening, and so my apologies for that. But today, I am really excited to share another new speaker to the series, the wonderful Carol Nayach. Carol is an Arcturian emissary of light, an Ascension teacher and an Arcturian healer. The Arcturians first connected with Carol years ago, as soon as she picked up a book on channeling and showed them that she was ready and willing to make a connection. The Arcturian Helio R came straight in through her crown chakra and started working with her through her heart. And she later discovered that she's an Arcturian starseed and has been working diligently with these star beings and other ascended masters ever since, channeling their multidimensional energies. Now, not many people had heard of the Arcturians at the time, and not much was known about them, but interest in them is growing as our consciousness level is expanding, and they very much wish to reach out with everybody who is open to connecting with them. Carol runs a meditation and lightworker group in London in the UK, as well as other locations within the UK and Spain, where she offers channeled guided meditations and energy transmissions. And Carol also does personal energy transmission sessions, both in person and online, which greatly accelerate a person's spiritual growth and light quotient and provides healing on all levels of the multidimensional self, including the subconscious. Now, the topic for today's conversation is connecting with the Arcturians to accelerate our ascension. And I feel truly blessed to connect with the Arcturians briefly. When I initially contacted Carol about being a speaker on this show, it was such a beautifully peaceful experience. So I'm really excited for Carol to share their energy with us all today. And so it's my absolute pleasure and honor to welcome you to the show, Carol.
Oh, you're wonderful. You're wonderful. Well, I'm pleased I made it. Don't know what was going on with technology. It wasn't working, and the sudden it finally.
Yeah.
So great to be here.
You are breaking up just a little bit, but we'll see how we get on. So let's just jump straight into the topic, shall we? And just really, to start with, find out who the Arcturians are, because not everybody on the call or who listens in replay might be aware of who they are. They may have heard of the Pleiadians and the Syrians, but they might not know the Arcturians and their energy. Oh, you've disappeared. How bizarre was that?
Well, I did, just for a moment, because you're breaking up a bit as well, but I think maybe it's to do with the weather or something. So we'll manage. So you were asking me a question.
Yeah, who are the Arcturians?
Well, who are the Arcturians? Well, who knows, really? But we've got all these things that we've been told, and we have our experiences with them. But it is said, of course, that they are the most highly evolved beings in our section of the universe, and they are in charge of our ascension process. We're told that once the Arcturians put their energies around a planet, that the beings on that planet evolve very quickly. And ascending planets is one of the things they do, and they've been doing it for eons. So they've gained a lot of experience and know the best ways to bring a planet into its ascension. Obviously, they work with all the others, like the Syrians, Andrians, Pleiadians, and all of them. They say they work under the direction of Jesus Sananda and Archangel Metatron. You know, such a huge consciousness. How can we really know who they are and feel we really know what they're all about? But my knowledge, the experience of them connecting with me and the energetic experiences that come with that when you ask them to work with you, and how they bring their energies in with their amazing technologies, obviously working with under the direction, let's say, of one's higher self, of one's soul. They would never go against the wishes of the soul, and bring in the relevant activations, healings and clearings which the soul wishes the being to receive at that particular time. Working with them, there's a tremendous acceleration in one's growth process. The way they bring you into alignment, recalibrate you to the new frequencies, just helping to expand one's consciousness so that you're gradually expanding, opening as you rise in your frequency, which comes from one's inner work, doesn't it? Because they'll give us the energy, but they won't do the work for us, will they? So it's always a tough journey. In life without it.
Oh, you are breaking up a little bit every now and again, so we just missed the last bit of that. But yeah, so basically the Arcturians are here, and they're here to assist us at this time and accelerate the process of us shifting consciousness. But like you say, they're not going to do the work for us. We have to be an active participant with them.
Yes, absolutely. And they wouldn't connect with us against our will, would they? Mm. So they always wait to be asked.
So is there a particular reason why they're coming in more now than before? Because they are fairly new to a lot of people. Oh, you're breaking up.
Why they're coming in? Yeah. So you asked if there's a particular reason why they're coming in, why they've come at this time, yeah, why they're making themselves known.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it's the time of our Ascension period, isn't it, to move from 3D up to 5D. And I don't think we could do it on our own. We'd be pretty lost without higher intervention, wouldn't we?
Yes, yeah. It does feel like we have an awful lot of support coming in at this time from various galactic beings and consciousness, and it just feels like everything is really ramping up at this moment in time, especially over the last, well, 2020 has definitely seen a massive increase in acceleration for a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah, which we love. Yeah. No, it's been a very exciting year, hasn't it?
Definitely.
And there's more to come.
Absolutely. It's not over
and
yet.
As you say, it is. Yeah, so the Arcturians have been telling us that things will accelerate and we'll find it difficult to keep up. And it will go so fast. So grounding is so important, isn't it? To keep in alignment, to keep in balance, and just not go out of balance. Especially when people like us are working with higher energies, higher light, we don't want to go out of balance with it all. And so grounding, anchoring all the time, because new activations, new frequencies are coming in on a daily basis, really, aren't they?
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
And, I wonder if we're sort of changing without knowing it. Because, you forget how you were. and not recognize, you know, the gifts that you've received and how far you have come on the journey.
Yeah, that's true, because quite often, especially when you are fully present in the moment, it's not until you kind of look back and you kind of then realize how far you've come, but whilst you're in it, whilst you're going through it, you don't actually see the changes occurring. I mean, I can just look back on how I was at the beginning of the year and how I am now, completely different, and so much more centered and calm than I was. And
No,
sorry.
Well, it's becoming easier and easier for us. We're having more sort of real experiences of our own being, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely. So at this time, when everything is
so much easier, the one to just
it's like your sound stops and then all of a sudden it speeds.
I know, yeah. I don't know what's going on, but I think what's probably happening, it's probably them, you know, and they're probably taking up all the energy, ready for the meditation so they can do some real work with us all.
Shall we just get into the meditation then and let them get to work?
Okay, well, what we do is I'll lead everyone into the meditation, and if we break up, if you don't get everything I'm saying, or even if the connection goes completely on Zoom, which I'm sure it won't, remember, all of us, it's not so much the words that are important as the energy which you receive. So the Arcturians are already present with us, and we will, or they will, I will, build that energy and bring us all into that Arcturian energy, which perhaps you might be feeling now. So make sure you're comfortable, everyone. So sit comfortably, which I will do also. Begin to relax down into your body. Close your eyes and we will bring the Arcturian experience to you. So feel our circle as we all come together into the same energy field. So breathe within, bringing your awareness to your breath and relaxing down into the body. As you breathe in, it takes you inwards. It takes you into your being, behind the personality. I am. Affirm to yourself, I am. And allow your I am to resonate within your high heart. There's nothing that you need to do here, simply to be, to move ever more deeply into one's own being. It is your consciousness, your soul light, your experience of the light that you are. So the Arcturians, of course, are present with us. Outside of time and space, we are all together. And we can feel, experience the group energy. that energy and blue light. And there are many presences in our circle. And we let go of all we need to do to get anything, to achieve, nothing to do except to be. And as the energy of your own beingness expands within you, you begin to feel that your own frequency is gradually rising. The Arcturians are working with your aura and down of Arcturian light through your aura. It's cleansing and clearing. It's almost like a shimmering energy moving through you in waves. And at the same time, they are bringing you into a better alignment. Your four bodies, mental, emotional, spiritual, are all being brought into alignment for you. You simply let go of the need to do and be open to receive. You come into a place of allowance and you begin to feel a trust with the Arcturian energy. You feel comforted and safe here. You can relax. Let all fear drift away and come into that heart space. Mary Magdalene has also come into the circle now. She has a very special heart energy. As you rest within the Arcturian circle, you may become aware of the presence of Mary Magdalene and the energies which she brings. Allow her to approach you, to move closer. Allow your heart to connect to hers, and that flow of energy through the heart to bring you into oneness with Magdalena. And the Arcturians assist in bringing you into resonance with the frequency which she brings. It is the frequency of the heart. She lifts you into your own heart, opening the high heart chakra as you allow her in. A soft pink and golden light begins to expand within your high heart. You may feel it, sense it, or visualize it, or simply trust that it is taking place. as your whole ribcage, the love of the fifth dimension. She brings you purity, to experience the purity of the unconditional love moving through the high heart from your fifth dimensional self. So take a few moments now to simply be in this experience and to allow it to expand within you. As the answer with each one, recalibrate you to this new frequency. While you are receiving beautiful new frequency which Magdalene brings from the divine feminine, you are also receiving transmissions from the Arcturian temple masters, bringing you healing, clearing, and information. There is no need for you to know in your human consciousness what you are receiving. Simply trust that you are. And as your frequency rises over time, all will become more tangible to you as your sensitivity to these new energies increases, as you come ever closer in resonance to the fifth dimensional frequency and beyond. We work very much with your subconscious, as well as with your superconscious and your human conscious. There's nothing that your personality needs to do here. Simply remain in your being and allow all to take place for you. Rest within our temple space, for we have surrounded you with our crystal temple energies. Simply by being within this structure, you receive healing. You come ever more deeply into your true being through your high heart, letting go personality and experiencing ever more of your divine self, truly a being of light, a being of love. There is nothing you need to do, nothing you need to become to open to this love which we to begin to experience yourself as a being of love, as love. You are loved simply because you exist. Receive this love. Receive it into your being, into your heart, and know that as you receive our love for you, experience love of self. You are the love of the world. You are the light of the world, flowing through your human self from source. As your oversoul from high above moves down through the many dimensions of self, entering through your soul star chakra above your head, moving down through your crown, into your heart, and flowing through your chakra system. Your soul only has love for you. As we raise the frequency a little higher, taking more of the light of self, of the love of the fifth dimension, until it fills your entire being. You come into bliss. Allow bliss to enter and feel your expanded consciousness in a higher realm. This is the place where you are only consciousness and you know yourself as consciousness. You will notice here that you are free from identity, for you have left behind the lower realm where you identified with all your experience. For it was the development of your personality that created identities out of experiences. But when you rise above that attachment and enter into that field of reality, there is no need for human identity. You know who you are as source. Source flows through you as love and light. And your consciousness is one with consciousness of source, the universal spirit flowing through all things, all life. And you are part of the whole, of the one rest within this experience. Spend time in this higher place. We are always available to you. You simply need to call. Immediately we are there, for we are in oneness with the whole and in oneness with you. As you step beyond judgment, our connection to you is always there, but we will not interfere uninvited. So call to us, and we will be with you. We will assist you, and we will bring to you your guides and teachers. For yourness with each other. And today Mary Magdalene wished to be present with each of you. We wish to remind you of the importance of grounding these higher frequencies and anchoring them. So whilst remaining in this higher frequency, also move down into your foundation, your pelvic area, and anchor the light of self, the light of the world, in your foundation. And from here, to the light downwards, through Mother Earth, and into Gaia's core, where you feel your connection to her heart and soul as she rises upwards, moving upwards through your column, through your aura, and embracing you. In the divine Mother Love, bringing to you a feeling of safety upon this third dimensional plane. You feel safe in the embrace of the Divine Mother. You are connected above and below, a corridor of light, anchoring the light into the earth, into Gaia. As she assists you, you also assist her, for she receives from the higher realms through you as a channel of higher light. Gradually, you bring the fifth dimension into the third dimension. And you renew. It is the realm of the Christ energy, Christ consciousness. You have left behind all the lower vibrational emotions and entered into the higher frequencies of higher thoughts and higher feelings. There is no fear here, only love, only peace, stillness, beauty, and the new earth. And your consciousness has expanded beyond the earth plane. You can move upwards and outwards into the galaxy yourself as infinite and eternal throughout the galaxy, connected to all that is. And you can bring this experience of your higher dimensional self into your human self as you simply allow and surrender to the divine flowing as you release all resistance and simply be. Simply feel the higher aspect of you flowing through your high heart. So learn to live in love, to be love, living from the heart, not wind. As the ego self gradually surrenders to the divine self, and we come into our enlightened being, our return to who we always were, restored, resurrected. I am. I am the light of the world. I am the light for the world. I am light. I am love. I am consciousness. So when you open your eyes, retain this frequency. Retain your I am presence. Allow awareness that keeps your connection open to the divine. And you are divine, a beautiful being of light, here to bring this world into the fifth dimension. So rest a little longer if you wish. and continue to be present to your divine self.
Thank you, Carol. I always find the Arcturians' energy extremely peaceful.
Great. Well, I mean, it is, of course, but we need to be able to access that peaceful place within, don't we? So it's wonderful when we can come into that peace. It's like something that Jesus, I think, said, the peace that passeth all understanding. It's great to be there, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's just this kind of complete place of stillness.
Yeah.
And peace. And I've listened to your free gift a couple of times, which can be found on the free gifts page, which I'll put on the end of the edited video. But each time I listen to that, I'm taken really deeply in, but
Yeah.
the experience is just one of absolute peace. It's just, yeah, it's indescribable, really, because it's not something that we are used to experiencing, that depth.
Yeah. And it's just wonderful, isn't it? How, you just put on a video, listen to me on YouTube or something, and the Arcturians are there, and they're bringing in all their energies. And I'm just so grateful. We're just so lucky. I'm so appreciative for all that they do. It's quite amazing. So this wonderful, blissful state of peace and so on that we move into when we become more balanced and aligned and into a higher frequency, we're going to learn to master our energy and be in that place while we live our 3D life, aren't we?
Yeah, that's basically what the Ascension process is all about, isn't it?
Yeah.
Coming into that mastery,
allowing
ourselves to connect with those higher aspects of ourselves and bring them into this physical walking life.
And of course, we're always going to be 3D, but when we're 3D and 5D, 3D has a completely different perception, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
And imagine how exciting and joyful an experience on this planet can be.
Yes, definitely. I mean, I've touched upon it in pockets, like little moments of bliss. Out in nature or something, and it's just incredible. A completely different way of experiencing and perceiving this physical world.
Yeah, imagine when it's free from fear, when all the fear has been transmuted, there's only love.
Yes, absolutely. I cannot wait for that moment.
Yeah, well, it's It's coming, isn't it? As long as we don't keep giving in to the fear, you know?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Don't let it get us, you know? It's not going to get me. Keep that frequency up. And we all go down, of course, but when you feel yourself dropping, we know it now, we see it. And we can just call in the Arcturians and say, lift me up, take me out of fear. I leave fear behind.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's the ego personality that falls into fear, isn't it? Whereas within the high heart, when we're centered there is no fear. The high heart only is in peace, in stillness, accepting. You know, it's that acceptance, isn't it? Non-judgment, which gives you peace when we move out of the ego's judgment, and that unconditional love flowing through the high heart. So it's coming to us more and more people are experiencing it. And something I love, which was once channeled by the Arcturians, was that only a very small number of star seeds are required to fully embody Christ consciousness to lift the whole world.
Yeah. I think that's really uplifting and also enlightening in more ways than one, because, you know, it's from a perspective of the light worker, you know, the kind of concept that, oh my goodness, how many people do we need to get into that state to create that tipping point? But actually, it doesn't actually have to be that many.
Yeah. And there's going to be quite a few of us, I think, as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And more coming online all the time. That's the beautiful thing.
Well, what we're doing is waking up others, aren't we? With our energy. Not that my human self is doing it, but the frequency which we hold and the light which is flowing through us is rippling out and awakening more and more people until eventually everyone wakes up. And, you know, something that was channeled from Archangel Michael, I think, we will blow a cosmic wind which will go through everything and nothing will be able to resist it. Well, that wind is certainly blowing now, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And I like to think that nothing will be able to resist it. So everyone will move up in the ascension and no one will be left behind.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly don't get a sense that there is going to be people kind of left behind. I know some people have spoken of a new earth, which is kind of separate, like new earth, and then there's where we are. And I don't see that. I don't get a sense of that. I think it is very much we're all going to come to as one.
Yeah. We are one humanity, aren't we?
Well, absolutely. I mean, we're one consciousness with all of consciousness on the planet, and so it's not. I don't see how we can leave an aspect.
Yeah.
Which is beautiful.
So, yeah. I mean, we all have love in our heart, don't we?
Yeah. I think that's one of the gifts that I always had when I came in, to be able to see that light in everybody, regardless of the behaviors they were displaying or, you know, how they were being. I was able to see the light in everybody. So, you know, even, you know, people who you might not be enjoying their current behavior. Everybody is a divine spark. Everybody has themselves. So it's just allowing that to become radiant and to shine through all the layers of density built up around people.
Well, that's a wonderful gift that you had, and that's why you're a beautiful person, isn't it? And I'm not usually visual, but just looking at you on this video, I can see all the light around you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, I do honestly think that it's a gift, and I think everybody has it. You know, we are all one. Everybody's got that capacity. It's allowing, and I think it's about also allowing yourself to see the light in yourself, because when you allow yourself to connect to the light in yourself, you light of everything.
Yes. Yeah, and it's like the Pleiadians have said, all you need to do is learn to love yourself, and that's it. You've done it.
Yeah.
But we don't find that so easy usually, do we? So as we transmute more and more of our low self-worth and all the rest of it, we find we're much more peaceful within ourselves, and we're not beating ourselves up all the time and think, oh, where's that gone? I haven't criticised myself today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I mean, that is the ascension journey in itself, really, isn't it? It's kind of allowing yourself to step out of all those ways of being that we've kind of taught and have practiced for decades, and just kind of step into that complete self-acceptance.
It's reprogramming our mind, isn't it? That's where all the judgment takes place.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And one day we might listen to it and we might actually ask, is it true?
Well, one of the things that has come through with clients recently is, you know, people always say they struggle to discern truth and what is true. And we each have a mechanism within ourselves. It's like, for me, I hear truth. You know, I know it when I hear it. And so for me, I talk to myself, and it is quite literally, you know, rather than these swirling around in your head, verbalize it, get it out of you, say it, you know, write it down, ask yourself those questions. Is this true? And then tune in and see, you know, because we all have that discernment. We all know our truth. It's just connecting with it.
Well, we have to wake up a bit before we can even do that, don't we?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, how many people actually look at their mind and what it's saying to them? That's already a higher awareness, isn't it?
Yeah, having that awareness of yourself as the observer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with the fact that, you know, you've done this beautiful meditation and you've connected people to the energy of the Arcturians, are there ways, or is it just, you know, that they call them in? Is there any particular way that you would suggest for people to connect with them moving forward to accelerate?
Well, I would suggest listening to them on my YouTube.
You've just frozen again. So listening to them on your YouTube.
One can just move inwards and come into meditation and ask the Arcturians to please connect with you, which they will immediately. But guided in a group or in a meditation than starting to do it on your own. If you're, let's say, a beginner, so to speak, you know, if you haven't had much spiritual practice, it's easier. Because if you can't really feel the energy and you don't really know if anything's happening, and you've got to just do it on trust in the beginning, we don't all have that trust.
Yeah.
When it really becomes tangible and you can really feel it powerfully, you have more profound experiences, don't you? But, you know, just move within, come into meditation and just ask, you know, through your heart or through your third eye, you know, Arcturians, please connect with me now. I am open to receive.
I'll definitely put the link to your YouTube underneath the video and the SoundCloud. I think it's on the email that went out to the audience as well anyway, so that, you know, they can, depending on where they are in their journey, their experience of connecting in, they can connect in from a perspective of a guided journey. And they've also got a free gift that you've provided as well, which is a beautiful way to.
Well, I hope they'll listen to it. And of course, you know, we work with all the higher beings. So within many of those meditations, I don't know why Mary Magdalene wanted to be here, but she did. And, you know, so many star systems, many energies, many ascended masters are in various of those YouTube videos. Some people feel more drawn to the Syrians, and I've worked a lot with the Syrian energies in the meditations, a lot with Jesus and Ananda, of course, Kuan Yin, and so on. So it is recommended by the Arcturians to connect to as many higher beings as you can, because each one has a different energy to bring.
Absolutely, absolutely. And just, you know, just knowing that everybody experiences it differently. You know, some people may see, some people may feel, some people may, you know, hear. Whatever you're getting is perfect, and it's just really that building that trust in what you are receiving, how it's coming in.
Yeah, and I would like to say to everyone, because we all want to have our third eye opened, don't worry about it, because feeling is much more important than seeing.
Yeah, and actually a lot of people are very sensitive, and they've kind of seen it as a bit of a curse because, you know, they've picked up on all the density and other people's energy.
Yeah.
But use it, you know, it's a gift, it's a blessing, that sensitivity. When it's channeled into sensing the energies of the higher beings, it's absolutely beautiful. And for me, the seeing came along.
I think you broke up a bit there, but we managed. Yes, and lost what I was going to say now. But, well, we said it, didn't we?
Yeah.
We need to feel.
Yeah.
We need to feel. And talking about truth, if we go on at a tangent a bit, truth, of course, is truth within, isn't it?
Yeah.
And when it comes to looking at oneself, it is very important that we have the courage to look at whatever lies within.
Yeah.
Because it takes a lot of courage to look at our lower ego, to accept the dark within us, if you want to use that word dark. And it's natural to want to not go there. But as we come into greater and greater truth, we see more and more about ourselves, which the judgmental ego part of ourselves isn't going to like. But the high heart just accepts unconditionally. And it's that unconditional love and acceptance that transmutes that lower aspect of self, which needs to transmute for us to move up into the fifth dimension, because we can't take negative energy with us into the fifth dimension, can we? So
yeah, that's very true. I mean, Spirit's always telling me what's in your backpack. Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going in, clearing it out.
Yeah. Well, I think one of the lovely things that's happened this year is they've raised the frequency so much for us. It's so much easier to receive those higher frequencies and the unconditional love that's within them, that as long as we face whatever surfaces, those energies just dissolve it.
Yeah.
Easily. Have to try to.
You broke up again.
Did you get that, or did I break up?
You broke up again. But yeah, it's about facing. It's about facing it, and they help.
Well, it's about yeah, when you have that higher frequency flowing through you, the love frequency in there just dissolves it for us.
Yes. Yeah. And actually, I think, you know, a lot of you know, people might say, well, why is all this happening in 2020? But it's the external being that reflection of the internal landscape, and so it's in your face.
Yeah,
you can't escape it. There's such a golden opportunity to kind of go, okay, I'm going to look at this, it's within me, and then let that light of love assist you to kind of just clear it out.
Yeah,
and when you
it's about
surrender, it's so fast.
Yeah, it's about taking responsibility. You know, so many people are still in the victim mode. That's not fair. It's not my fault. It wasn't because of me. It was because of the situation, etc., etc. You know, that old way of thinking?
Yeah.
Whatever takes place, it is my reaction or response to it. It's all about me. I am responsible for my energy. Yeah. And that's a big step forward for people to come into that.
Absolutely. And again, it's not a faith journey that you can avoid. There's no spiritual bypassing. There's no kind of skipping that step and moving straight up into enlightenment. It's a part of the process.
Yeah. It's not about well, I'm going to have the healing because the light is going to take my pain away. It doesn't really work that way, does it? I don't want to suffer anymore. So, well, once you take responsibility in that way, that's when they really start to help you. Yeah,
absolutely. I got a very clear message, you know, that the earth wasn't willing to take, you know, we a lot of people have talked in the past about, you know, giving all of the pain to the earth, you know, channeling it through trees and things like that. But the earth isn't going to take it unless you are doing the work as well. You know, the earth is happy to assist in that process, but it's not just going to magically just take it away.
No, and the way I've always understood that, I think, is, you know, that's Gaia's heart and soul, isn't it? Her higher aspect. Mother Earth can't take any more pain. No. Don't give it to her. You know, she's full and surrounded by all our lower creativity, our emotional stuff. And we clear it for her.
Yeah, I think that's one of the lovely things about doing the work ourselves, because as we do the work for ourselves, we are doing the work for Mother Earth Gaia. We're assisting all, because we are all one.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, as I work on myself, I'm actually assisting the whole collective consciousness, the whole global consciousness, and the global shift in consciousness. So yeah.
Yeah, it's the big thing. And someone once said that one positive thought is hundreds of thousands of times more powerful than a negative thought.
Yeah, it's a bit like from a physical perspective, the muscles, the number of muscles it takes for you to smile far outweighs the number of muscles it takes for you to frown. So you're actually giving your face a work when you smile.
Yeah. That'll be an incentive to some people.
Absolutely, absolutely. Giving yourself a facelift every time you smile is great. Okay, I'm just aware of the time, and I think with the connection as well.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what's happened with the connection, but there we are. But we managed.
We did.
And I mean, I don't know what happened with the Zoom, that it just wouldn't connect in with you. But there we are. It's better luck next time.
Absolutely. But we did get to experience the Arcturians, and the energy did come through, because I certainly felt the presence of the energy. So even though there was a little bit of cutting out throughout the meditation, I think the overall experience of it would have definitely been, unaffected, really.
Yeah. And once something is within you, has been received, it's always there to reconnect. But thank you, so much for the lovely work that you do, and with you.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, this is part of my service work too.
We broke up, did we?
We did. We broke up. We broke up again. But this is part
of
this work, to bring beautiful speakers like yourself to, to the awareness of whoever it's perfect for your connection to be made with. So it's been an absolute joy connecting with you. It's a shame about the technology, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. But when we broke up, I was thanking you for the work that you do, and the beautiful way in which you do it and interact.
Oh, thank you. Right, okay, everybody, I'm going to end this conversation here. It's been lovely, even if just a little bit interesting with the technology, but we can smile through it. I will put Carol's details on everything, so that if you want to connect with her work, which I highly recommend that you do, particularly look at her YouTube channel, where there are the various meditations, activations, and channelings, where Carol brings through the Arcturians, and, as she says, other higher vibrational beings that want to come through as well. So just tuning into whatever you're drawn to connecting with. But I will put all the links on the video and on the SoundCloud recording, and you can find the free gift on the free gifts page on the website. I will upload the audio immediately and get the email out to everybody. Thank you, everybody, for coming on live. Apologies for the technology, but it is what it is, and we got there in the end. Thank you for bearing with us and for keeping online, because we did start a bit late. And I shall see you all tomorrow, technology willing, on another live call with Kaylin Castell, and we'll be talking about the Venus cycle. So from me and my beautifully open heart by the Arcturians again, I'm sending you all my love for the rest of your day, wherever you are in the world. And I shall see you again tomorrow. Thank you so much, Carol, for joining us. It's been an absolute joy. And I will have you on again, just so that we can have a conversation without any technical issues at some point.
Great. Well,
all right.
Many to you, much love to you and to everyone.
Okay. As soon as I end the meeting, it's going to end it for everybody. So I'm going to send you all my love, Carol. Thanks so much for coming on and persevering as well.
Love to you.
All right then, take care. Bye.